Hi Libra, thank you so much for joining me. I'm Wendy Irene, founder of GiveLoveCreateHappiness.com. This is actually a collective message for Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs. So if you have Libra in your chart, or if you're dealing specifically with a Libra and are interested to know more about what may be going on with them, remember it's a collective message. So it's like being in a room full of people with lots of energies, and the energies that want to come through the strongest are what come through. So not every energy is going to resonate with every person. My main intention is to connect you with your own intuition, your own inner voice. So what I want you to pay attention to more than anything else is, what are the messages that are coming up within you? What is it that your higher self wants you to hear? And yeah, so let's get started, Libra. There is a lot of air energy, meaning there's a lot of swords cards that came up, and that is your energy. I'm also very strongly feeling like, before we get started, like there's so much about communication that wants to come through, like this message of there being this need for communication, this strong need for communication. So it could also mean that some of you are dealing with a fellow air sign, which is Aquarius, Libra, and oh shoot, what's the third one? Gemini. So you might be dealing with one of those signs, you don't have to be. And there's also wands, so you could be dealing with a fire sign, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Okay. But just take those lightly, because obviously, like, it could be anybody. But the first cards that I pulled have to do with the past, and the Ace of Cups is the first thing that came up in the past. So there was some kind of new beginning, or some kind of new love that happened. Or it could also mean that, like, there was emotions that came into play that were previously unfelt. So maybe you had these emotions coming up that you hadn't been really looking at in a long time, and there's this like new fresh start in emotions and seeing something in a new way. Like, it could be seeing a relationship in a new way. It's really like this fertile time for emotional and creative growth here. So for some of you, this is like a new start in love that happened. And it was paired with the Knight of Swords in reverse. So that's really like there having been a situation that really needed attention. Or it could have been like maybe you were dealing with somebody that felt like they were mentally closed off, and the situation really needed attention and communication. Like maybe this person wasn't really open. And in the present, you have the Nine of Swords in reverse. So this is really so more air energy, more balancing the mind, communicating. This is really this energy of looking honestly at something so that you can gain insights. It could be that, like, there's belief systems that you previously had that no longer apply to your life anymore. You seeing things differently, or someone you're dealing with. So these roles can be reversed. This could be someone that's close to you. So if you know that this sounds like someone close to you or like your person, feel free to switch the roles, okay? Because it's just energy. But there's this energy of someone really needing to look honestly at something to gain insights from within, and maybe belief systems changing that are no longer apply, that no longer make sense to someone's life anymore. And the major influence, you have the Page of Wands. So this is like a positive message of some kind coming in. This is a positive thing. So there's some kind of positive message that wants to come in. And this could be like, this is fire energy. So it's paired here with the Queen of Swords. So some of you are this feminine energy, this, for those of you that are this feminine energy, that this is describing you, especially because it's swords, this is your cards. So this is like you going through positive growth as a person. And for those of you that are not this feminine energy, it very well can mean that you have a very strong woman coming into your life, one that's really great with communication. This woman has been through a lot, and that's what has made her so strong and made her into a really good communicator. The advice card here is the High Priestess, and this is one of the most spiritual cards in the deck. I love to see this. So this is all about, it might be a great time to like take a step back from the world so that you can really attune to the messages that want to come up within you. This is you really tuning into your inner voice, like tuning into the invisible world, maybe the things that aren't said or seen, but you can feel them on that higher vibration level. Like you can, so this pull, the universe pulling you towards like going deeper spiritually, really awakening, hearing your own inner voice, really awakening, listening to your own guidance system and not what's going on around you, and really seeing. This can also be about seeing the invisible world, so seeing the truth. When we had the Knight of Swords in reverse, that was like a need to look at something honestly, right? And so this is like seeing the truth. It might be for some of you that you're seeing things in a whole new way and it's completely changing your life. Because the outcome, the Two of Swords here, this is like a change. This is a change that needs to take place, right? This is like a speaking up card, needing to speak up and look. Again, it's about looking honestly at something and really seeing it and really listening to yourself, because those messages, I feel them like really wanting to come through for you. So don't yourself be distracted by outside opinions, by outside people, by the craziness of the world. Listen to what's coming up within you. Listen to those truths and communicate them and look honestly at them, because the Tower card is also here with this. And I see the Tower card as a positive thing because it overthrows false ideas. It gets rid of old habits that needs to go. It causes change that needs to happen for your highest good. So see that as a good thing, because like you really, I mean, I know I personally, like I want whatever's not for my highest good, I do want it to be flushed away. And so sometimes the Tower has to fall. Sometimes there needs to be this change to like spur. Things need to happen. When you look back at them, sometimes you really realize that like things need to happen that way to push you forward and to push you where you're supposed to be, like where your soul is aligned. So see it as a very positive thing. And I really feel like there's overall, like there's some old beliefs or things that are changing here that are really good. And I mean, I guess we can kind of see that as like on the collective too, right? There's this need to like move more towards the High Priestess, more towards like really being in touch with our higher selves and our spiritual self here. And I really feel like with all the swords, like doing so might completely change the way many of us see things and look at things. And that's actually a really beautiful, light-filled thing that's happening right now. Okay, Libra, I hope that you got some messages that were helpful to you. Thank you so much for joining me. I adore you guys. I appreciate you. I'm sending you my love and light. I'm energetically supporting you here, each one of you. Thank you for liking the video if it resonates, and for sharing and subscribing. And thank you for supporting this channel. There's a link for that below for those of you who feel called to do so. It is such an honor to be able to do these readings for you. Have a beautiful day, and I will see you again soon, Libra.